Hello, how's it going? Okay, this video here is going to be about how to force an IP change on your pfSense router. So go ahead and go to your login, get logged into it. Okay, once you're logged in, you're going to see your IP address right here. So what we want to do is we want this to force to change. Say you're setting up an email server and your particular IP is blocked. Like for example, sometimes I get a 99 address, and when I go to MX Toolbox and do a spam check, it's blacklisted. So I can't send and receive email from that address. So what do you do about that? Well, you have to force your ISP to change your IP address. So it's really basically easy, and it seems to me that it keeps this address until whatever their update is, which seems to be forever. But using pfSense, I have a DNS updater, so it doesn't really matter. It'll automatically update. Or say you wanted to do a test environment and you wanted to do some work, you have your home network and you want to do some work, or even if you're setting up a secondary pfSense router to test, or say you got a Netgear router or something like that and you want to test out pfSense, you can switch between the two and force IP changes. Or here's something really cool too. Say you have a Netgear router and you want to keep that same dynamic address for as long as you can. If you take that MAC address and put it into pfSense, it should pick up that same IP address. So basically, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and we're going to prove that it stays the same. So what you want to do is you want to go to your interfaces, you go to your WAN address. And right here is where we're going to change it. So what you need is an IP address, and it seems to change on different manufacturers. So you can get a few manufacturers MAC addresses. You can get them anywhere, guys. Old equipment. You can look on eBay. People take pictures of them. It's crazy. Anyway, you can get these just about anywhere. So right now you can see we have this Belkin address in here, and this is the number we're getting. So this is the number we got for the Linksys and the TP-Link before. And look how they're different. So it seems to be every manufacturer has a different range of numbers. So we're going to go ahead and do this Linksys. Go ahead and copy it. We're going to paste it in this MAC address field here. We're going to hit save. I must not have copied the whole line. Oh, what'd I do? I cut it. We're going to copy it. Must have copied the wrong thing there. Copied the address. I'm going to paste it in there. I'm going to hit save. We're going to apply the changes. I'll let it do its little thing here. Wait till it updates. Okay, and then we're going to go to our pfSense, to our dashboard, I should say, and it's going to be 000. I'm going to go reset my router when it makes a change, or my pfSense. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to go reset my cable modem, and when I come back, I'll show you the changes. Okay, so I rebooted it. It's detected the link. It's gone from red to green, so we're going to give it a few minutes, and there it is. Picked up the IP address of the cable modem. So here in a few minutes, it'll probably take about 3 minutes before it picks up the new IP address, and then we'll compare it to see what I have. Okay, so what it did is it went back to 000, and then it refreshed with this address. Let's compare it to the existing address we have. There we go, 47.24.46.40 using this MAC address. Let's go back to our interface, go to our WAN. We're using that MAC address. There we go, guys, we have a match. So let's do it with the TP link and see if we get the same address. And then at the end, we'll change it back to this and get that original IP. Whichever one it was, I'll have to go back and check. Go ahead and paste it, save it, apply it. Let it apply here. Okay, go back to our dashboard. There we go. We're going to go reset the cable modem. You can see it's red here. I've rebooted the cable modem. We're waiting for it to pick it back up. It just turned green. It should pick up an address shortly. Picked up the cable modem address. It'll take about a minute or so for it to drop this address and pick up the other address, the actual IP. Okay, and there we have it. This time it didn't drop to 0, it just went ahead and picked it up, or it did it so quickly I didn't notice it. So let's verify that we have that same address, 35.134.95.48. There you go. So the last one we're going to do is we're going to make sure we go back to our original address just to see. Now this isn't mine, I leave it blank. So what it's doing on my pfSense is picking up the MAC address from the network card. So you can also use NICs. But you have to change vendors. You'll need to go Intel, 3Com, or Marvel, or Axios, or whatever. Just when you change vendors is when the IP address changes. So let's copy this here. Go back to our interface. We're going to do this one real time so you can see exactly how long it takes. I'm going to go to WAN. Go ahead and put it back in. Going to save it. Going to apply the changes. Now we're going to go ahead and do this before we go and reboot it. So right now it's 4:49. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, I'm going to run go reboot it. I'm just simply going to unplug it and plug it back in. That's the cable modem. Okay, you can see it went red because it lost the link. I unplugged it. We're still at 4:49. So let's see how this goes. There it is. It's detected the link. Shortly we should be picking up, as soon as the cable modem boots up, we should pick up the local IP, which we just did. So now we're waiting for the upstream and the downstream on the cable modem to connect to get the internet address, which is going to be your dynamic address. And we should get this address right here. So again, guys, this is really great for if you're doing a test environment, you run into a situation where you're doing dynamic DNS, you want to host your own email or whatever else, an FTP site or any cloud service, because pfSense has a DNS updater for Cloudflare, which makes it really nice to, and not just Cloudflare, others, but to keep your name static. So basically all you need to do is go buy a domain name, or not even that, you could use a free one, and just put that in Cloudflare. And there you go. So that took 2 whole minutes. Did we get the same address? We sure did. 35.135.177.56. Go to our interface, check our WAN port, same MAC address. So see how that works, guys? You can change it anytime you want to. It only takes a couple of minutes. So if this video helped you at all, or yes, I will come feed you in just a second. That's my cat. If this was helpful at all, or you found it useful, I guess that's the same thing. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. I really would appreciate a subscription. That would be incredible to me. Thank you, guys.